Good morning, welcome back to another episode of the Hartlepool Angler. This episode is a special. It's currently 6:30 on the Friday morning and we're on our way down to the European Open Beach Championships on the Holderness coast. Been on the road since just after 5 o'clock. We're just on the A1 now. Myself and our big col. Craig and Chris here in the other motor, Bryce in the other motor, and Coxon is on his way down later. As you can see, we'd loaded up to the hilt with gear, as we always are, too much gear. The most important bits in the back, snake whites and blacks. But yeah, I'm going to do as much footage as I can over the weekend. Try and get as much as I can. Have a bit of crack in the clubhouse and that, and get as much footage as I can on the beaches. So, say we're on our way down. We're going to go straight down to low water at about 8:30. We're going to go straight down to the beaches, walk the tops, see what the marks are like, see if we can find somewhere nice for tomorrow. I'll be back to the digs, all the gear in, chill out, bit of prep and make sure everything's right. In the clubhouse tonight, catch up with the lads. Good bit of crack in there, early night, straight on the beach in the morning. So yeah, I shall bring you back later and we'll go from there. Thank you. Welcome back, we've arrived. We're at Easington now. The sea looks ideal if it stays like this, like. Nice bit of swell on, not too much. It's alright spot there, it's pretty deep, just straight in front. Bit of a northerly breeze still, not too much. The sea's absolutely ideal. Pretty shallow that end, just not too bad straight in front here. Maybe worth taking a load off like straight in front, it's deep. Other than that, pretty features this way. That's down to the south. There's the lads, cold, freezing by the way. So yeah, we'll go and have a look elsewhere, see what we can do. Welcome back guys. I'm now at Hilston. The problem we're having is get downs. Really struggling for get downs. So just a word of advice, if you are coming down here for the first time, please be careful on the cliffs. And I'll show you them in a minute. They are steep. Now if you don't know what you're doing, you could end up hurt, so just be careful. I mean, there's lots of easy access marks where you can just literally walk on the beach. Some of the other marks, like where we are now, Hilston, East Newton, stuff like that, they are cliffs, and if there's not a safe get down, don't chance it. Not unless you know what you're doing. Say lads do this all the time, they can get down places where others can't, so just be safe. This is what we're talking about guys. These are the cliffs, as you can see, that's all boggy on top where it's just running away. Further along you get, further north you go, the cliffs do get smaller, so there will be get downs that way. This is what we're looking for these troughs. We're fishing the full flood, you've got a little inlet there. You've got this front gully, more like a trough, running along the front here. I mean, at high water, short casting there, you're looking at good fishing, like, maybe a chance of good bass. If not, start the match, you can wade across that first little trough onto that sandbar and ping one out the back into the deeper water. Just a bit of watercraft, like. Everyone's in with a chance, but I like to find somewhere where I feel confident, like, instead of just hitting an open. Yeah, the sea's proper ideal, by the way. Really, really good. Looks fantastic when it stays like that. I know some people like it's flat down here, like, but I prefer it with a bit on like that. But it's cold in that northerly breeze, so we'll have a few looks at some more marks and we'll head back to the caravan to get warmed up. Welcome back. We are now at Hilston, one of the most popular marks on the Old Ness coast. Certainly was last year anyway, after Stewie had got that nice bass and some nice cod out the week before. Every man and his dog fished Hilston, and to be fair, it didn't produce much last year. A couple of our lads fished here, but it didn't get a lot, but looks nice now. The A-bills at Hilston, get down straight in front of them. It's not an easy one, like, so be careful, but it looks nice. Especially as you go further north. It's two nice gullies, one in the front, one out the back. Sorry if there's any wind noise, by the way, 'cause there's a bit of northerly breeze out. Blowing quite fresh actually. So yeah, that's Hilston. Yeah, go back the caravan. Bit of crack and see where we end up. But there's a few different marks stood out to us so far. Some nice looking areas, so we've been to about 10 areas, something like that, so somewhere for everyone, I think. So I'm gonna get back the caravan and I'll bring you back at some point later. Straight at the bottom for the food. There's the most important parts. Priorities and that. Good morning. It's day one of the European Open Beach Championships. It is 4 in the morning and myself and Craig are off out to get our mark. Match starts at 9 o'clock. We must be mad, but got to get your marks, haven't you? So we'll hopefully get down safely and then I'll bring you back with rigs and bait and stuff a bit later. Thank you. Welcome back. We're on our mark. Well, we've been here hours anyway. Hours and hours. Me and Craig. It's looking okay, to be fair, like, conditions wise perfect. What we thinking, Craig?
Looking good, mate. It's looking good. Nice and fishy, plenty of colour. Wait and see, won't we?
Are we confident?
Always confident. Always
confident.
Let's see what it brings. A few big snaky whites, hopefully a few fish. The prize table tonight.
What we thinking, Craig? Are we thinking cod or bass today, or a bit of both? Could there be a bit of both weighed in?
Mixture, but I think the bigger fish will be bass, like 100%, definitely bass. But like I say, time will tell us.
Yeah, I'm thinking bass myself, Craig, with a swell on. Looks very bassy down here.
Definitely looks very bassy, but the lads down here like it. They like this down there as well for the cod as well. So wait and see, mate. Wait and see.
Well, good luck, mate, and I hope you'll bag something.
Cheers, mate.
Well, like you say, you heard what Craig had to say on the matter there. He's thinking mainly bass today. To be fair, I think the top prize is going to be bass, like. But you've always got that chance of a big cod. Conditions. You can see there. That's straight in front of me. Now you've got a trough in the front. Not very wide, but it's very deep. Then you've got deep water out the back of that white water, which is a bar. So to start the match, I'll be pinging them out the back of that bar, and then maybe it's mid-match when it starts flooding back in, because it's nearly low water now. When it floods back in, I'll be dropping a couple in short from where I'm stood now. Maybe it's 50-60 yards. Drop into that gully there, and see what happens from there. Last year I was picking the bass up out the back. Normally they in close, I was picking them up out the back and I got the cod in close, which was a bit different. As you can see, it's busy. Rods for as far as you can see that way. Rods as far as you can see that way. A couple of lads out the club there, along there. The pit yackers, they're down. They've got a good spot along there. They're happy with where they are. So let's hope we can all get some fish here. And yeah, we've got still a while to wait yet. But I'll bring you back when I'm getting some rigs and stuff ready, some bait. Have a little talk through that before we get fishing. I'll try and get some footage when we're fishing, but like I say, it's a match, so that might be hard, but I'll try my best anyway. Alright? See guys, see the nice gully in the front now. It's a lot deeper along that end, but you're going to struggle for the first half of the match. You're going to have to try to wade through to get onto that bar, cast out the back, cast into the white water and hope for the best. But that's a good shot for when it fills in later on. The lads along there should have some success. Where the gully's not as wide here, but still deep, and you've got a chance of putting the cast out the white water as well. Certainly looks good. The sun's just starting to come out as well. As you can see, it's busy. Plenty of rods down. Let's hope for the best. Welcome back, guys. We've got just over 10 minutes till the start of the match. So I'm going to get my first rig baited up. The rig today, going up and over, running up and over. Just got my Gemini splashdown, running free on my rig body, 70-pound rig body, 30-pound hook snowed, 2/0 Sakuma Manta, and 1/0 Chinook. That just clips up and over like that to be splashdown. When it hits the water, it all drops off. It's just like a free running rig. I like these rigs down here. I like the splashdowns as well, because we're up and over, you haven't quite got the tension. I've got a bait clip on my lead which I normally use, but we're not having quite that tension with the up and over rig. I like the clipping in the splashdown, it seems to stay in better. Instead of coming off mid-cast and dropping your casting range down. These are quite a bit of swell on, so this might tangle up. If it does, I'll swap for a sharp pulley. Seem to get away without tangles with them, like. So bait wise, some lovely blacks. So this one's literally just popped its head. So I'll put that on. Beautiful bait. Thread that on like so. Like that. And we've got some of my pets. Jar. Them things. Snake white. Beautiful bait. So all I'll do with that one, just nip that in half. Like so. Split it in half. So it's a single black and half a white. Just thread that on just like so. Juices that come out of them whites is unbelievable. But yeah. That's the bait. Put my pennel hook down. Wrap around 3 times. I like to nick it through the worm. Bait stop, slide that down, like so. And there we are, ready to go. What cod could resist that? Hook point's nice and proud, sat perfect. I'll try and clip it up holding it, see if I can keep hold of it for you. yeah, splashdowns, as long as you keep them clean, because sometimes they do snarl up a bit with the sand. As long as you keep them clean, they are a fantastic bit of kit. Use them quite a lot when we're fishing for the taupe, when you've got a massive bait on. They just hold it nice. They're really good. Like I say, if you're fishing sandy beaches, just make sure you give them a wash out after every couple of casts or so, because they do snarl up a bit with the sand. I'm struggling like mad here. That's the rig, ready to go now. Over the top, it's just an upside down genie clip. Over the top, and clip down, 6 ounce lead. I've got some 7s just in case, because there's quite a lot to see on. So yeah, first rig ready to go. I'll get another one baited up, and I'll put this one out on match time start, then I've got one ready to go again. So yeah, I shall hopefully bring you back with a nice big cod or a bass. Back halfway through the match now. Not a single bite. Not a single bite. Conditions are hard now. The water fell away, the tide, and the swell grew massive. And it is really hard. I've just put a nice squid and razor clam bait out from Joe Morrison, Moss's Baits. First impression's really good bait. Squid a perfect size to put a whole squid on. Decent razor clam as well, so hopefully we get something big on that. But yeah, so far really poor, but everyone's in the same boat. I've seen nothing come in, so we'll keep trying anyway. Yeah, if you're looking for any quality frozen bait, get Moss's Baits on the go. You'll find him on Facebook. If not, I'll put his number in the description. Yeah, decent stuff. Anyway, hopefully I'll bring you back with a fish. Cheers. Craig, show us what you've got in your fish bag, mate. Oh, is it lively, mate?
It's a bit lively, it's spiky.
It's on. Nice bass, mate, well done. Only fish on the beach as well. Called it this morning, bass. Sea's mountainous. Well, that's the end of the session now. Absolutely garbage. One little tap last cast, and that was it. Thankfully, Craig has had a canny bass out, as you've just seen in the footage there. He's gone back to the wane, and my mate Jimmy, thankfully, took me. He's taken me back to the digs. So thank you to Jimmy, and we won't forget, he also had the second fish on the beach. Can you tell us what it was, Jim?
Rockland. Rockland smasher.
He had a nice Rockland. Anyway, back to the digs we go. The only man who catches fish amongst all of us.
Kilo, 360 grams. From Hartlepool, Craig Beige. In 7th place with a cod of 1 kilo, collecting £2,000 for a cod of 2 kilos 510 grams from Hartlepool, Pippin Moore.
Get in.
Well done, sir. Just a reminder that those people who've got these big cheques need to go to the ticket kiosk to get them validated. Okay, we will be doing the raffle draw at 8 o'clock. There's still some time.
Well, that's a wrap for the weekend. We haven't fished at all today. Sea's absolutely mountainous. Unfishable in most places. Craig's gone out. Brian and Chris have gone out. But we've had a couple of hours kip and now we're hitting the road. It's just hard work. Really, really hard work. Craig's had to go out because he had a fish yesterday, so hopefully he gets something. We hope he gets on the table again tonight. So me and Col, we're off home. Thank you all for watching. If you like what you see, please subscribe and give us a thumbs up. It's appreciated. Thank you for all your support. If Craig does get a fish today, or one of the other lads, and they end up on the table again at the prize given, I will ask someone to get a bit of footage for us and I will put it in. If not, I'll see you on the next one. Thank you. Tight lines.